What's up, everybody? Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing the final installment, Part 8 of Nagato Makes Moving Easy, which is to complete all of Halo 3 ODST's legendary campaign missions in under 3 hours. So this is the last level, Coastal Highway, not including Epilogue, which you do need to watch in order to pop the achievement, but this is the last mission where you gotta do a lot of heavy lifting, really, or do anything at all, pretty much. So just follow that path that I took, hug that wall to start off, then just go down here. Whenever the enemies spot you, you could start shooting at them. Throw a couple grenades over there to get them to dodge out of the way and stop shooting you. Grab a plasma pistol out of that crate, and you want to keep your pistol. There's health right there, which I grabbed, and you're pretty much home free once you hit that health. For the most part, I've never died after getting that health. It pretty much replenishes all your health and shield, and you're pretty much set once that hits. I have been chased by a Jackal before, though, but obviously just shoot him in the face, or noob combo him if he has a shield, and you're good to go. So we're going to go over here. We don't care that we don't have full health at this point because of the fact that we're going to trigger a cutscene right here. And after cutscenes, you automatically have full health again, so no need to waste time getting health. And these two guys are going to come in, Buck and Dare, and now Virgil's coming through, and I'm going to just help him along because he goes a little more slowly than the other people. So you could actually push him to make him go a little bit quicker. Doesn't save a ton of time, but why not save a second or two if you can. Otherwise, you just got to stand here and wait for him to come over, so might as well do something while you're waiting. And then just go up to this doorway, and right when you're able to, just hit the action button to trigger the cutscene. And now we're at the highway segment. Hop into the Hog, and we're going to drive Buck. He's in it to start, so that's good. So just drive over here. Drive past this first group of grunts and bail right about here and move to the front of the Hog so Buck kills all the people behind you and distracts all of them. Meanwhile, you shoot ahead and you want to aim for that fuel rod grunt. He's usually around the center, which I just killed him right there, so that's the only real threat, is that fuel rod grunt. All the others have plasma pistols or needlers. They can still throw plasma grenades, of course, which is a threat, but the main thing is the fuel rod, and we're actually going to grab that fuel rod and give it to Buck in a second. So I'm just headshotting all these grunts, looking for the fuel rod. There it is. Yeah, whatever. I'll just kill him with the fuel rod. I just need to make sure there's at least one fuel rod left before you give it to him. You can't hand him an empty fuel rod, unfortunately, but we don't really need to use the fuel rod anyway ourselves, so who cares? So you want him to get in the passenger side so he could use that fuel rod. Exchange your assault rifle you just got from him for rockets right there. There's 4 rockets. And if he does get in the turret again, you could just have him, or you could just get him to bail and then get in the passenger side yourself, and that will get him to go into the back. So, and vice versa, if you want to switch him that way. So we're just going to drive straight down here to the end of the highway, and we're just going to turn around and bail. You want to turn around because that will allow Buck to continue shooting in that direction. If he's faced the other way, he can't turn all the way around. He only has a 180-degree field of view and reach or whatever, or firing. He can't shoot behind the Warthog, so he could if he's in the turret. Turret offers a 360-degree view, but when you're in the passenger side, you only have 180, so help him out if you need to. You can see those guys were coming and closing in, and I was just like, I'm going to rocket this group of people, especially since one was a brute. But just bring it over here. I bailed a little too soon. All these tunnels, these checkpoints right here, have the station to the left, which has health in it, so keep that in mind whenever you're running low. And just drive straight down here. Buck will hopefully take out all the sniper towers with fuel rod grunts on the top. Only 2 are populated. There's 5, but there's only 2 that have grunts in them, actually. And they seem to change every time, so keep that in mind. So you want to let Buck sit in there by himself. I never let him just sit in the passenger side. This is my first time letting him sit in the passenger side with a fuel rod at this point. So this is kind of an experiment, and it turned out unexpectedly and also surprisingly well, actually. I usually just put him in the back of the turret again, and he'll just... There's a bunch of buggers that come out of this checkpoint right here. This door that opens up, there's a bunch of buggers. Here they come. And they normally have all their attention, or most of their attention, on Buck in the turret, and Buck slowly but surely, not too slowly, but it takes a good amount of time for him to kill everybody with the turret. But for some reason, when he's in the passenger side, he's not as interesting as when he's in the turret. So only one bugger at a time is going at him, and then the rest are going all over there, and they seem to all congregate around the same area on the Oliphant, which is the garbage truck. So you could do that and just shoot that rocket when they all congregate, and that will kill most of them. It's actually surprisingly quicker than when I left him in the turret, and Buck killed everybody for me, but do what you want. The turret is kind of more safe, I guess, because Buck does all the work for you. It's kind of foolproof as long as you don't get too close and attract the buggers to yourself, but this segment you want to drive up the right side and then turn around and splatter these people that have just been dropped off by the Phantom. The priority is the Brute, but if you could take out more people while you're killing the Brute, then all the better. And I just like to drive back down. You probably don't need to do this. You definitely don't need to do this. You could actually just wait at the end and bail and have Buck continue shooting down the highway. But I decided to go wreak some more havoc, I guess. Here's a fresh hog here if you need it, but it doesn't really matter. And we're just going to wait here. Keep moving. You don't want to stand still because obviously the grunts may throw a grenade and stick you if you're just not moving at all. But we're good here. And now for this section. This is the section where there's a big Phantom downed on the left side of the highway. You want to drive under it on the right side of it and then back up a little bit, park right there, and Buck will take out everybody with a fuel rod, or most of the people, and you will be free to do your own thing. So just kind of wrap up around and you could hide out, or you could help them, which is preferable. Board people when you can, and once you board people you could take the Ghost and splatter that guy who was previously driving the Ghost. You could also noob people and stall them. That's why I have the noob combo in case I need to do that, and I also have rockets, so you can noob them and then shoot them with a rocket. Or if they're stuck on something and not moving, you could always just shoot them right off the bat and skip the noobing part. So just bail. I was going to kill that guy, but he died somehow. I don't know. We got the Gauss Hog here now, though, which is awesome. I would like to get Buck in there. I actually got an unfortunate checkpoint, so I died a couple times here, just because he was not getting in the turret right away. You could see he got in the passenger side right there. And then I would have him bail, and he wouldn't get in on time, but so this is a couple tries later. He finally got in the Gauss Hog in a decent amount of time. That was pretty quick, actually. And the Oliphant and Dare and Virgil are already like halfway down the highway, which is not cool. I would prefer to be the first one in, since I'm the only one with a gun. But you can see he's just wrecking shop with this Gauss Hog here, which is pretty cool. I usually like to stop here, and then I get on this hog as well, this Gauss Hog, and I could help Buck out for a little bit before Veronica passes with her garbage truck. There's also health here as well on the ground. There's a couple packs. But you can see she was pretty much already gone by the time I got there, so that was probably just a waste of time me getting in there, but whatever. We didn't waste too much time as Veronica didn't even open this door over here yet, so here we go. Of course, always bail. Whenever you stop, you could bail and just hide behind the hog, because if you're in the hog, actually, you continue to take damage whenever the hog gets shot, but if you're behind it, obviously, you're not in it or a part of it anymore, so you don't get any damage from that. So this part, just drive to the end, and I'm very weak right now. I bailed right there because I was so weak I didn't want to risk getting shot or the hog getting shot anymore. So I was just running away at that point. So I'm going to wait for my shield to recharge, which it looks like it has. When I say shield, I mean stamina. And then I'm just going to drive it onto this high median area, because obviously if we stayed there, he would get run over by Veronica's dump truck. Well, I guess she's in that those two lanes, not the third one. But you always want to make sure that you're not going to get run over by the garbage truck, because that would not be cool. We like having a Gauss Hog. But having said that, here's a tank, which is better. I'm going to grab some health here and get in the tank And hopefully, sometimes he gets on the turret, sometimes he just hops on one of your treads and fires with his fuel rod. We prefer the fuel rod, obviously. It's more effective. And luckily he got on one of my treads, which is great. So, bravo, Buck. Good job. This part is pretty much just Banshees, a couple shade turrets, and a anti-air Wraith. Is it anti-air Wraith? Yeah, it is. It is. Hopefully it doesn't shoot at you, though. It takes 3 shots with a tank, with a Scorpion tank, to destroy a Wraith. I don't have tilt on. It would make some parts easier, such as the beginning where you're running by a bunch of people. And you could also take more shots, but it would make all the enemies and vehicles much more difficult to kill. So we definitely don't want that. I would definitely recommend not using tilt. I used tilt in some of my previous guides for this speedrun achievement, but definitely not this one. You can see I'm kind of taking my time and killing these Banshees. You could just blow through this whole area, but I might as well just take them out. I'd say if you make it to the end of this level in like 30 minutes, that's a pretty good time. I make it around 24 minutes or so, but definitely anything like 30 to 35 minutes is totally good. All my times added up, including this one, are like an hour and a half, so you definitely have a lot of room to wiggle around regarding when you finish and how long it takes. But we go through this area, and then you want to turn to the right immediately and start shooting this Phantom that comes in. There are 4 Phantoms that are going to take this path. You want to kill all of them if you can, because they actually each have 2 ghosts on the bottom of them. You can see them right there. And once you blow them up, they drop their 2 ghosts into the ocean. And that way, they do not land on the other side of this highway and drop them off. If you didn't kill any of these Phantoms, they would drop off all the ghosts on the other side, and you would have to fight 8 ghosts in the next section, along with 2 shades. 2 shade turrets. So if you just kill all these Phantoms, which is pretty easy, you just have to fight 2 shade turrets in the next section, which is ridiculously easy. But you do want to start shooting those Phantoms right when they come into view. So right when you get into this section, turn to the right, and they'll be flying over your head. So you definitely want to get a jump on that. And then we are in this section that I was talking about. You can see there's going to be no enemies. Killed that 1 shade turret.
It's charging its excavation beam.
There's going to be another shade turret down here, but you're going to see there's no ghosts. If we didn't take out those Phantoms, we would have had to deal with 8 ghosts. Or 6, or 4, or 2, depending on how many we did or did not take out. And down here... Oh, I already shot the shade turret. What am I saying? So at this point, since there was only 2 shade turrets that we had to deal with, and we knew we only had to deal with 2 shade turrets, we could have taken a hog. There's a Gauss hog in the last section, which we could have picked up. But the garbage truck doesn't really go too fast anyway, so we would have had to wait for Veronica and her slow garbage truck regardless. So, but at this point, I'm going to grab this hog. And it probably is a good idea to grab the Gauss hog in the previous section, actually, because he would take out more people here, and that would make this area much easier. But you just want to drive to the end and just hang out and kind of just prop up Buck to fire, like you would want to park here, and then he would just defend you, which is what I'm doing. So I'm just going to hang out, get out of the hog, because obviously I'm not of any use just sitting there. So I'm trying to noob these people. You don't have to do this either. I was just, having a little bit of fun. You could just hide behind the Warthog, and that's a good reason as well to hide behind it, because Buck almost just shot that right into my face. So if you're in front of him, he might do some damage to you. You could also get in the Warthog turret, like you saw I did there, but it's not necessary. Again, you can see there's not any brutes even close to us at this point. So just drive over here, and this is the last driving section. There are no enemies here. There is just a Scarab that is scripted to shoot at Veronica. And Buck's like, oh my god, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, whatever, get out of here. I'm totally fine. I decided to ram that wall, which is not very good for your health situation. It didn't take down any of my health, but you can see my stamina was severely depleted after that. I knew that was going to happen, and I didn't care because there's nobody here.
Fast. I can't stop.
There's the scarab here, but whatever. Buck will fire at it if he has a good angle, which he does. I just drove him back a little bit so we could fire a few rounds at him. Not because it does anything, but why not? You got some time to kill, so do something. Or nothing. I don't care. You'll get the achievement all the same.
This garbage truck's had it.
And we're waiting for this door to open. There we go. And this is the last area. There's nobody here either. You just drive down here and to the right and bail. And there's going to be 2 grunts sleeping up at the top here. And we're going to just assassinate them. There's a chance Buck might fire at them or throw a grenade and wake them up before you could get to them, but no big deal. They'll just freak out and run away. If that happens. So you could just easily kill them with your gun or something. There we go. They slept through it this time. Buck did not wake them up. Got a fresher plasma pistol from them. Over there, there's health. There's 4 health packs around that little column, which isn't really a column.
Trooper, I have a tier 1 asset.
Grab the rockets, and you could actually exchange Dare's pistol for rockets, because that will help you out more than a pistol, for obvious reasons. And now you can headshot enemies, so it's a win-win. I'm gonna ride this horse now. It's actually looks like a zebra. That's a very stiff mane you have, zebra. Very, yeah, looks good. Looks good down there. Good butt, kid. Alright. So this first dropship comes and drops off a bunch of grunts and brutes. Nothing crazy, just shoot all the grunts you can in the face. And then once they close in, you could start noob comboing the brutes. They're going to walk up these steps. They're pretty much going to be occupied with Dare and Buck, so they're easy to noob or shoot in the face. They're pretty distracted. And there is a fuel rod brute, so we're going to want to make him a priority. You could actually noob people from pretty far. It even locks on. You can see it locked onto that guy right there, and my targeting reticle was not red. It will still lock on even if it's not red, from a reasonable distance. So we're done there. They killed those people pretty quickly, along with myself. So you want to grab the... Oh, there's one more alive still here. You want to grab the fuel rod and take the rockets back from Dare, because they do a better job with fuel rods. They fire more of them, and the fuel rod is pretty good against shielded weapon or shielded enemies. So give her the rocket or the fuel rod. Take the rockets yourself. I'm just juggling the plasma pistol and sniper, or not sniper. That's just a pistol. The opposite of a sniper. A handgun. And just hang out over here behind this horse butt, zebra butt, and just fire rockets at will over there. I'm not really, aiming too precisely. Just, aim for clusters of enemies if you can. That last one didn't get anybody. That one got nobody either. I was trying to take out that sniper before he made his way over there. So I'm out of rockets now, and this sniper guy no-scoped me, and is horrifying, and I have no shield. Keep in mind that there's 3 beam rifle jackals. They all like to go over there, where I'm shooting right now. There's that one that I missed with the rocket. I guess I killed one of the other 3 with the rockets when I was firing a bunch into the middle, and that third one I killed by punching him in the face. There'll be either 1 or 2 on each side. That's where they go. They're scripted to go over there. So the hunters hopefully will be distracted by Dare and Buck, and then you could just shoot them in the back in their orange spot. But it looks like they, Buck and Dare were like, "No, we got it. It's cool." So that's fine with me. I don't have to do anything. I guess I was the distraction this time, instead of the one doing all the work. So we have 1 more Phantom to go, and it's great to have a beam rifle, because a beam rifle will kill pretty much any brute with 2 shots, no matter where it goes. You could just do 2 body shots, or you could do a headshot.
On the highway.
In retrospect, I probably should have picked up that sniper as well, because I'm gonna run out of beam rifle. So But you can see just 2 shots to the body will kill him. There's 2 brutes down here. I just jumped over one. He was facing the wall for some reason. And 2 shots. There we go. That was a headshot, though, but you get the idea. That one wasn't. Still killed him. These are all jetpack brutes, mostly, so they have weaker shields than normal. Normal brutes are more powerful in the shield department, but they are less mobile. It's a trade-off. Either way, you're either more mobile and weaker, or you're stronger and slower. Just getting some noob combos in to mop everybody up. This guy has invincibility, but I don't even care. Avoid that move at all costs. But when he does this move, just sidestep to the left and assassinate him, and you can see that even works when he has invincibility activated. So that deserves a victory shrub hump. This vegetation here is lucky enough to receive the loins of the rookie. So we're pretty much done. That is it, guys. All we gotta do is move over to the Phantom, which Dutch and Mickey and Romeo will be in. There they are. I'm riding my golden zebra to glory. And I should probably head over there to save time. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a speed run. I kind of forgot that for a second. No, let me go over there. Finish the level. You don't want to miss, the achievement by a second. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Follow me on Twitter at HaloCompletion. And you can check out my other speedruns for the Master Chief Collection. I've done 1 through 4, and I also have all the Lazo guides up 1 through 4 and ODST. So check those out, and I will see you later for more achievements.